Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your man JD Darius, and welcome back to another episode of Open Court Conversations. Now, today, we're going to continue on the conversation that I had with y'all last. So, I told y'all about how hoops and rap, they basically go together just like a PB and J, you feel me? And how, like, they might be two entirely different things, but they're more alike than you think. Today we're gonna talk about a different. We're gonna talk about something different. We're gonna talk about basketball and how we see it in TV and movies today. Now, unfortunately, something that we see when it comes to like sports dramas and all that, a lot of the scenes that actually have them playing sports, whether it's basketball, football, it does not look real. Like for example, All American. Y'all boys know that man Spencer James can't run a route to save his life. But then again, it's TV. But today, I decided I'm gonna talk to y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all my top five basketball movies of all time. One thing I could say that Hollywood can do, they know how to make a basketball story interesting. That's one thing I could definitely say. The hooping might be it might be iffy, but at least they know how to make it very interesting. So I'm gonna tell y'all my top five basketball movies of all time, and we're gonna start it off with this could be number one, but because I started watching, I watched it later. It's number five for me, and so we're gonna start it off with Coach Carter. For those of y'all that don't know that don't know the movie Coach Carter, it's a true story. It's about this coach from California. He starts coaching at his old high school, but because all his players, they were like what's called their GPAs was messed up and all that, they wasn't behaving doing the stuff they were supposed to do. This man decides to have put the season on lockout. So no games, no practices, no nothing. And yeah, so Coach Carter like I said, this could have been number one on my list, but because I've been watching the other movies for so long, so yeah, those already been like ingrained in my memory. I'm still getting used to Coach Carter, but it's a great movie. It's a great movie. Definitely keeps up with the times, and then the hooping. It's actually, yeah, the hooping actually looks real. It's not like them other Hollywood movies and shows. They know how to actually, make it look nice. So I got Coach Carter at number five, unfortunately. Number four, I gotta go with Love and Basketball. This one is not because of the hooping, it's more because of the storyline. And I've been seeing a lot of people been saying, "Oh, Love and Basketball is it's not a romance movie, it's a horror movie." I'm not gonna discuss any politics when it comes to that movie. But like I said, only reason why I don't have it for the actual hooping, because the hooping is, yeah, but it's definitely one of the best. Well, it's definitely probably one of the best black love movies that we have, especially one that goes along with hoops. So it's kind of like perfect for niggas like me type shit. Cause I'm not gonna say I love romance movies, but something like that, like Love and Basketball, I could get down with any time of the day. I could get down any time of the day. At number three, I gotta go with the classic. I'm gonna go with the classic White Man Can't Jump. Um, if you don't know White Man Can't Jump, like matter of fact, let me get back to this. If you play basketball and you don't know White Man Can't Jump, are you really a basketball player? How you a basketball player? You don't know what White Man Can't Jump is. And I'm not talking about the one with Jack Harlow. I'm talking about the old school one. I'm talking about the one with Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson. I'm talking about that one. What I love about that one, besides the story, because the title is to play on, it's a play. But what I love about the story, like what I love about the movie, aside from the story, like they fix their differences. What I love is like it showcases what it's like playing ball at the park. You feel me? Like for some of y'all, it might just be like for some of y'all, it's just like, oh, they're just playing at the park. That's it. But it actually showcases life for some people, especially people that are the same, like that are from the same area, that grew up the same way as some of the people in the movie. So yeah, White Man Can't Jump. Like I said, if matter of fact, any of these movies on this list, if you haven't seen them at least once, I do not consider you a basketball player under no circumstances. There's no reason why that I know people that play baseball and soccer that's watched every single one of these movies, but there are hoopers that have not seen not one movie on this. I'm not even giving y'all stuff that's hard to watch. I'm giving y'all actual classics. All right, next up, yeah, I got White Man Can't Jump at 3. Number 2, this is tough. This was tough for me to pick between which one was gonna be number 1, which one was gonna be number 2. But number 2, I gotta go with He Got Game. Yep, I gotta go with He Got Game. That might be not that could definitely be considered the greatest basketball movie ever made. But I think the only thing that's holding me back, is the chemistry between Ray Allen and Denzel. Like, don't get me wrong, I think Ray Allen, that was probably the best acting job an NBA player has ever done when it comes to a movie or a show. Like by far. But the only thing was, like, whenever him and Denzel was talking, sometimes it kind of seemed like he was like trying to. Because for those that don't know the story, Ray Allen, he plays Jesus Shuttlesworth. If y'all don't know who that is, he is in that movie. He is literally the best high school, but he's the best high schooler in the nation. And his dad, which is Denzel, he's in jail because he accidentally killed his mother. So obviously their relationship is not great. And so, um, the prison that Denzel is at, they hold him there. They're holding him there, but they let him out for a little bit because he makes a deal with the warden that if he makes Ray Allen go to this specific school, he'll be able to get out. His sentence will be, vacated, all of that. So that's why Denzel ends up getting out. He tries his best to bond with Ray so he could, get into the school. But the thing is, yes, I understand the man's supposed to be angry, but Ray Allen, it seemed like he was forcing himself to be angry at Denzel, which is like, I understand it, but you just messing up the flow at that point. But yeah, but like I said, no disrespect to Ray. Like, that's probably like the best performance that we have seen from an NBA player so far. Like, I'm like, hey, y'all never seen LeBron do something like that. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, y'all watch He Got Game. I mean, yeah, I already know all the LeBron glazers out there. Oh yeah, LeBron's the best at this. LeBron's the best at that. Can LeBron act? Cause let's not talk about Space Jam 2. And now here it is, ladies and gentlemen. In my opinion, the best basketball movie ever. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The best basketball movie ever, Above the Rim. Above the Rim, that is greatness. Both when it comes to Hollywood and both when it comes to actual basketball movie, that's the best one by far. First off. Above the Rim, it literally shows it literally shows what Hoopers, especially Hoopers trying to make it out of the hood. It shows what happens to them. It shows what directions they're gonna go in because there's only two. Either you stay in the lab, you focus in school, you gonna go straight, you gonna go far, or if you get pulled in by the wrong people, by the wrong by the wrong people, the wrong decisions, life gonna get messed up for you. And not to mention, that probably might be the best acting performance that we've ever seen from a lot of people in here. Like, um, which was like Tupac. Everybody, let's call it Tupac is probably like, yeah, was a great actor for somebody that barely act. That, I mean, he did movies, but he didn't act a lot. He didn't act a whole lot. He didn't do like he had the career like some people like Will Smith had, but that's probably the best acting performance Tupac ever had. What's his name? Dwayne Watson. I think that might be his name. The dude that played the main character in Above the Rim. He was great. Leon Robertson, who played the Shep, he was great. Like, I'm telling you, like, this movie, like, it's good acting, real hoops. Cause hey, the dude that played the main character in Above the Rim, he played D3 ball. He played college ball. Not only he played D3 ball, he actually got signed to the Knicks. He got signed to the Knicks, but they let him go to training camp. But he basically made the league if you think about it. And then Leon, he used to play basketball too. I forgot what school he went to. He got a D1 scholarship. So Above the Rim, yo, Above the Rim by far. I mean, like I said, it's really for me. It's between Above the Rim and He Got Game for best episode for best basketball movie, but it's Above the Rim. But a lot of honorable mentions that you could include, that you could say for, yeah, a lot of honorable mentions. The original Space Jam. We do not support the LeBron Space Jam. If you want to say Space Jam around me, you better be talking about the one with Michael Jordan. You got Blue Chips with Shaq and Penny. You got Glory Road. Man, that I said Glory Road, not, because I know some of y'all nasty. You also got Hustle with what's his face? What's his name? Yeah, Bo Cruz. You got Hustle, and then you also got Like Mike, the original one. The other two were terrible. Yeah. And then now, here's on to our next segment. Out of the movies that I just named, which one of them has the greatest fictional basketball player ever? And to me, it's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. Out of my top five, the best Hooper out of all five of those movies has to be Jesus Shuttlesworth. Has to be Jesus Shuttlesworth. He's already the best player in the He's already the best player in the nation. Every school's calling his name, to the point that he literally got college coaches paying for an apartment for him. Not even just paying the apartment. They got the apartment and are paying rent for him, his sister, his aunt and uncle, and his cousin. And Ray Allen, for those that don't know Ray Allen, y'all just think Ray Allen's a shooter. No, he's not. Ray Allen in his prime, yo, I'm talking about this man could literally do everything. Besides shooting the ball, he could shoot. He could handle the ball. He could play make. This man could get to the rim at will. Like, yo, it got to the point like film. I remember the first time I saw some old Ray Allen highlights, not the highlights from when he was with Miami and the Celtics. I'm talking about when he was in his prime with Milwaukee. This man, I think it was a summer league game. It was either summer league or preseason before his first season. Because for those that don't know, Ray Allen was in the 1996 draft, so he was in the same draft as AI, Kobe, Steve Nash, them boys. This man he did a behind the back, broke Allen Iverson. We talk about literally the greatest ball, like one of the greatest ball handlers we have ever seen. Ray Allen broke him. I was like, oh wow. So yeah, so by far the best fictional hooper ever, in my opinion, is Jesus Shuttlesworth. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to conclude today's episode. I want to thank all y'all for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. This is your man JD Darius, and we out.